What is up, guys? Welcome to my very first episode of PUBG Mobile Gaming on my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to share with you 3 different close quarters combat techniques and tricks that I have implemented in this game. The first one is how to rush a compound, and the second one is the best place to take out enemies in a building. Third one is how to fight 1 versus 4 in a small area. So in this situation, I actually right past this compound and then I started getting shot at by people, enemies on the roof of the brown building. So I just drove away for a distance first, and then I look back and then I see my teammates are actually settled on the rooftop, while the enemies are settled on the mountain, while the enemies actually on the rooftop of the brown building. So knowing that the enemies are currently engaged with my teammates on the mountain, it's the wisest move for me is to actually just rush this compound from the side while the enemies are preoccupied with my teammates. So I'm going to be targeting this blue color building and I'm going to just brake and crash right into it so I stop the fastest without dying. And right here I'm getting shot. Actually we're getting third partied by a squad over to the northwest. So I throw a smoke. Smokes are actually very useful in close combat to block off angles where the enemy can shoot you from, especially in this case where I've been shot by a squad from the back. It's very crucial, especially when rushing a compound, to know where enemies can shoot you from and to defend yourself against their bullets. So here I saw a teammate just died in the living room of this house and I could hear from the footstep that someone was on the ground floor. Usually when I go into a house like this with enemy inside, I would stay by the door and take a peek first to check the position of the enemy. But because I saw his little foot running to the left, so I was prepared to just go in and shoot him. Usually in close combat situations, I wouldn't recommend finishing off the enemy, but I couldn't hear any footsteps near me. And now I'm hearing a footstep coming into the house. And now we're moving on to the second tip of this close combat video. So the best place to take out enemies in a building is actually the stairs. The main reason is that you can see the enemy before they see you. This actually gives you a huge advantage because you can actually pop out and shoot the enemy before he shoots you. So when you pop out and shoot the enemy first, due to server lag, also known as desync, which is the time lag that it takes for your phone to send the signals that you're in front of the enemy or that you're shooting him with bullets, for the signal to send it up to the PUBG server and then for the PUBG server to send it down to your opponent phone. This advantage is actually only in the milliseconds, but it's all you need to defeat the enemy in close quarters combat.
Nice. Ooh. Zen.
Now the squad that was shooting us from a distance away, they're actually driving over and approaching, trying to rush my building. At this point of time, I did not know how many people there were exactly on the car, so I'm trying to be cautious and stay behind some cover, some door, while I try and gather as much information as I can, which I didn't manage to get any here.
I scared they come into from the other side.
So now I'm hearing some footsteps, multiple footsteps in fact, and knowing that if it's a good squad, they will probably be rushing me from 2 different directions. Now this corner of this building is actually a great spot for a 1v4, but there is 2 different angles that enemy can actually shoot you from, so I decided to throw a smoke at one of them to block off their line of sight. And the next thing I know, I'm hearing this MK14 pre-firing. At this point, I choose to just stay still and not create any footsteps so they do not know my exact location.
Nice. Wow, very nice. Oh, nice.
Oh, someone's sniping.
Here, I actually hear this guy approaching me from the right side, as well as I start seeing him. So remember, you gotta pre-fire every time you do this. Pre-fire and then swing to the right, because they're most likely gonna swing to their right, which is at the bend of the stairs. You notice here how his gun is actually facing to my left, which is the wrong direction, and because I swing out suddenly to my right, so he's not prepared for that. So I managed to get a few bullets into him before he can shoot me.
You finish him?
one more.
Okay. You need to heal up first,
So now I'm hearing the last guy's footstep approaching this place.
So last guy.
So I'm actually
team,
gonna
I think.
pre-fire a bit, and I'm gonna miss all my shots. But in this situation, do not rush. Just wait at the stairs for a while. Figure out what the opponent is trying to do. In this case, I'm just waiting here, seeing if he tries and shoot me from the side using desync, and he doesn't. So I think he's healing, and then I go ahead and go to pre-fire and finish them off.
Nice.
Next thing I know, I see one guy rushing my compound, try and shoot him. I miss, never mind. As you can see, the zone is moving in, so I throw a smoke to block his line of sight so that I can actually get closer into the zone safer. And I saw him jumping into the building, so I take out a frag, cook it, throw it, and it lands. Perfect. Finish him off. There's a cover, there's a car to use for cover. And then someone starts shooting me from the outside, so I know that's where the rest of his teammates probably is. But I'm slightly outside of the zone, so gotta make my move into the zone. Unfortunately, I'm only left with a few smoke grenades, so just lay it down first and then see if I can take out one of them so that I can rush into the zone safely. As you can see here, I'm actually avoiding not getting too close to the smoke, but instead jumping to a fence behind the smoke to try and look for them or enter the zone or try to shoot them from, because actually smokes are actually magnets for frag grenades, especially in the pro lobby where people are going to be using frags a whole lot more. So this is a good way to avoid getting fragged. But I'm still looking for that last guy or the last two guys so that I can knock one of them at least, so it's an easier time for me to crawl in a circle. But unfortunately, I actually spot a guy at a rock, but I am not sure where the heck his teammate is, so I'm taking it more conservatively, trying to figure out the position of the last guy before I make a move. But unfortunately, the time is running out and they sort of know my location, so I'm kind of trapped here. I gotta make a move to either go in the circle or gonna die outside the zone, so I choose to lay down some more smoke, pop a few painkillers, and then just hope for the best, go in, take a prone position, hopefully I don't get spotted. So in the final circle, I know that there's a guy at this rock right here, but unfortunately I'm at a disadvantageous position. I do not know where the second guy is. I'm hearing gunshots, so I'm not too sure, so try and knock out this guy, fail. But unfortunately I exposed my location to the second guy, and I'm gonna get taken out by him. But thank you guys for watching. Once again, remember to like this video, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.